And I don't know, I'm just coming off the top of my head and saying this, but you're an essential being to bring this country back into the direction where it needs to go.
Well, I certainly appreciate the kind words and the no. I will say this. I mean, everybody's seen the movie Mr. Smith Goes to Washington with Jimmy Stewart. And it's a great movie. And I'm not saying that I'm Mr. Smith. What I'm saying, though, is that Washington, D.C., I've been there. I've seen it. I'm sure you've done the same. You can joust at windmills all you want, but unless there's a fundamental change in how the system works, it would be, I'll put it this way, and I'm just being deadly honest with you. When I made the decision to step away from the system, from doing the job as an insider and to be a critic, I paid a heavy price and my family paid a heavy price. Now, I don't care about the price I paid. I'm an adult, to bring it on. But what happened to my family and what it continues to happen to my family, because there's ongoing ramifications, knowing what I know today, I wouldn't have done it because it's not fair to my wife. It wasn't fair to my children. It wasn't fair to my immediate family. It wasn't fair to my friends to step out and try to do the right thing only to be beaten down. And again, if you want to beat me down,
come on,
it, man.
Yep.
Yeah. But my family was asked to pay a price that they didn't get to vote on. They didn't get to say, yeah, we want you to do this. They've always been by my side. They've supported me, but there's just, no other way of saying it, that the sacrifice they were compelled to make is a sacrifice that no family should be asked to make. And they've made it. And so, I would never again step into that ring because I've done it.
Yep.
And my family and I can't do that to my family anymore. Now that seems a little, if you want to call me a coward, you can call me a coward.
No, I understand.
I'm at the stage of my life where it's time for me to stop being selfish about what I believe in, even though I continue to talk out about this. I'm not afraid, but to become an active player, no, it's time for me to instead turn to my family and say, how can I help you? How can I take care of you?
That's great.
How can I promote your stuff? And, the lesson to be learned from this is maybe there's no hope for America. And what I mean by that is we might be so fundamentally broken that this system as it exists may not be worth preserving, because if you can't get the finest, and I'm not saying me, I'm saying the finest people in America, the best and the brightest, to want to get involved in making America better. And instead, when they do get involved, they get eaten up by a system that isn't designed to do the right thing. It's built to do the wrong thing. And in order to survive in the system, you have to make so many compromises that you become that which you originally wanted to transform. Yeah. How many people want to do that voluntarily? So most people who would be great people in terms of transformative government turn their backs on it, rightfully so, because it is a poison, broken cesspool that doesn't offer any viable off-ramp into decency. I mean, that's my very jaundiced assessment of America today.
I agree with you. All you had to do was watch the Oscars. Right? By the way, although I'm a little old guy, I used to teach close combat for many years.
Okay, yeah.
And so I hear everything you're saying. We meet on the street, we're nice, have a nice time. If you try to take me out, I'll kill you, just to make it clear.
The switch, the on-off switch.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
The thing I'm learning is I have a lot of people attack me now. And again, it's like water off a duck's back. But my whole thing is, look, you want to attack me, 3 rounds in the ring, man. That's all I ask. 3 rounds in the ring. Yeah. If and then you view me as a bad guy, you got 3 rounds to beat me up.
Yeah.
But I got 3 rounds to beat you up too. But now what my wife is reminding me is I've past the age of 60, it's like, shut up, because you can't go 3 rounds anymore.
Well, with me, it's, as a little guy, I can't go 3 rounds. I have to go a split second.
A split second, you got to win that quick.
That's it. That's the end of it,
No, in close combat, that's what it was. We had we're supposed to take down a sentry in less than 4 seconds. No hand-to-hand conflict was supposed to last more than 30 seconds, or else you exhaust yourself.
Yeah. Well, again, I'm not going to punch out a guy like you.
No, you got to do other things.
Yeah.
So anyways, but enough violence. Like I said, I used to live it. You lived it. We know what it is, and we understand the necessity of it in the face of evil. But the world's solution isn't to train a bunch of close combat specialists.
No.
The world's solution is to train a bunch of people who reject violence as a solution.
And that's it. And so, I'm trying to start a new party, a new movement. And, I'm thinking of who the people that could be the voices and the power of it. And you've done so much. Again, you changed my life. And by the way, I paid for it too. I had best-selling books, this Trends 2000, Trend Tracking, Trends 2000. And, in my magazine, I used to be on Oprah, The Today Show, Good Morning. I used to be on everybody. And I got blackballed when I said, it began when I said what would happen with the Afghan war. I had the nerve to say, if Alexander the Great couldn't pull it off, if the British at the height of Into the Valley of Death, Road to 600 couldn't pull it off, if the Russians couldn't win, what makes you think we're going to win this? Why, you're anti-American. Yeah, and then with the Iraq war, I listened to you and learned a lot about it and started speaking out against it and writing about